Hello and very welcome to the Economic Times analysis. In today's analysis, we will be discussing some of the business news which I found intriguing today in the newspaper. And today is 13 January 2021. So, in today's analysis, I will be refraining from discussing any kind of political news or advertisement news, but I'll be purely focusing on business related news and economy news. So, let's get started. So the first slide which I've kept is the slide of uh, 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 crude oil price. So WTI benchmark crude price today is $53.39 per barrel, which increased to 0.34 percentage with respect to yesterday's price. And Brent is 56.69, which increased to 0.19% with respect to yesterday's price. And natural gas is dollar 2.27 per MMBTU. MMBTU is million metric British thermal unit, which is plus 0.58 with respect percentage with respect to yesterday's price. After crude oil price, let us discuss the gold price. Gold price is 50,800 per tola or per 10 gram of 24 karat gold, and silver price is 6,630 rupees per 100 grams of gold. So see, it's very important to know every day's crude oil price and gold and silver price in order to see the market sentiment and the economy health. So that's why I provided you the insight of the prices today. And in this graph, we can see the fluctuations of gold price in the previous month. So let us get to the second news. The second news I have kept is the Tesla's news. So Tesla is thinking of owning subsidiary in India, and uh, that is in planning to be in Bangalore, and it is the most valued car maker, and it is taking first step to set up an R&D unit and manufacturing plant for its EV electrical vehicle in the country. So the talks are in process. So it's a very good news for India. So let's see how it goes. And the second news is it's not about Virat Kohli's daughter, of course. The reason why I kept this news is see every country thaws or makes use of the opportunity being provided in the market. So this is some kind of branding which is being followed in the market. So since the new father Virat Kohli, many brands like Procter Gamble, Zomato, Tropicana, Pepsi, etc. are wishing Virat Kohli the congratulations for his baby girl, since they are thinking of endorsing those their brands on his name, since the Virat Kohli brand value is around dollar uh, 237.5 million, which is a very huge amount. So people are in a hush and in a hurry to use his brand name, and somehow associating their product, or like Pamper being associating new roles and new innings, and wishing some congratulations to him. So these all people are trying to associate their brands with this big brand name. So this is some of the and this is one of the major uh, tactic which is followed by famous companies to endorse their product with the famous celebrities. So that was the reason I kept it. Since we study in our marketing class the different tactics, so this is the real time example of it. So coming to the next news, the next news I have kept is the Amazon war with Reliance Indian Retail. So RIL, Reliance India Limited. So the news is Amazon challenges a High Court view on future of RIL deal. See, before discussing this news, let me give you a brief overview that what happened. See, Reliance, from ever it's known for killing its competitors and expanding. So, as per their nature and as per their as per their strategic building, see what Reliance did is they bought Future Group's Big Bazaar Central. They had a biggest deal of around 26,000 crores in 2020. And the Future Group, in normal language we can say that they bought Big Bazaar Central. So Future Group was having around 1800 stores all over India or in different cities. So what Reliance is thought of it is they will own the retail market, and with the owning the retail market, they will establish their uh, Reliance trend, and they will compete with the biggest competitors, which is DMart and Amazon. So this is one of the tactic which Reliance India played. But what Amazon did is Amazon filed a case in Singapore arbitration court that because since Amazon was also having a coupon of, I mean, Amazon was also having share of around 3% in Future Group. So when they had a deal with the Future Group, they said that, okay, fine, we have a share of around 3% in Future Group. So in those terms and conditions, they put that Reliance cannot buy Future Group. And this was done in a Singapore court. So now what happens is, now since Reliance have few stakes, around 26,000 crore stakes in Future Group. So what happened is, now Amazon is challenging them in Indian court. But what the crux is that in Indian courts, the arbitration of Singapore courts are not applied or enforced. So now there are chances that this deal will be they will be fulfilled, and the in Delhi High Court Future Reliance deal was lawful. That it state that it is lawful since the arbitration rules are not enforced in India. So I think that this deal will conclude, and High Court also rejects the FRL plea to stop Amazon from intervening. So they have also, I mean, the legal tussle is going on. So let us see how the thing turns out. And Amazon challenged the Delhi High Court recent observation that Reliance Retail is to acquire the assets of Future Retail was valid. So it is challenging. So this is one of the hot news. So I am following this news. So let us see how the verdicts comes in and what is the result. So that's why I kept this news. So let us move to the next news. So the next news is, I have kept a little graph of consumer price index and IIP, that is the index of industrial production. So with these tools we see that how our economy is performing and what is the health of economy. So November industrial output and December retail inflation dips. So inflation is dipping a bit. See, in order to for any economy to prosper or to cherish, the consumer price index should be or the inflation should be around 2 to 3% in the positive direction. And if it is not going in positive direction, or if the prices are getting lowered, it's also not a very good thing for any country or any economy, because the markets and sentiments will be low and people will not be interested in investing, etc. So that's why a little of growth in CPI is also needed. So I kept this news. So interest rate may be soft as CPI returns to 2 to 6% range after 9 months. And it's also being projected that official data released last week showed that the economy may contract to 7.7% in financial year 21. But in 22, they are also predicting a good health or double digit growth in 22 as per the estimates. So let's see how it happens. And these last inflation and industrial production numbers before Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman present the budget for financial year 2022 on February 1st. So let's see what happens. So this is the current scenario, and these are some of the IIP numbers, and IIP is index of industrial production. So manufacturing is minus 1.5, so this is also dipping. Minus mining is also minus 7.5, 7.3, dipping. Electricity is has increased 3.5. So these are some of the numbers which you can see. And vaccination may boost the activity of these parameters, and high frequency indicators show a revival in December. Earlier spurt seen on festive, pent up on demand. So these are some of the economics forecast and tentative recovery of the economy. So let's see how it happens, and how the course changes in the coming months. The budget may put deficit of around 7.5 for financial year 21. So 7.5% deficit means, deficit is somewhat, in Hindi we can say that it is Rajkoshiya Ghata, means deficit is the something loss or some kind of borrowings on the government. So it can be around 7.5% for financial year 21. So coming to the next news, Baiju signs a $1 billion deal to acquire Akash. Akash is a brick and mortar form of learning platform in which students are given the coaching for IIT and this medical entrances. So Byju's is acquiring, and Byju's is valued at around 12 billion dollars. And the Blackstone swap a portion of around 37.5% equity in Akash for Byju's sale. Byju's stake around, there will be a stake of 37.5% of Byju's in Akash, and Akash founders will exit completely, and around 5 million users added per month to Byju's app. So Byju is growing like anything, and Byju has started from a very small platform, but now they are around 12 billion dollar at today's value. So it is India's biggest online educator. So they are signing a deal with the Akash. So this is one of the hot news. Another news is, I've kept it for of corona cases. It's not see, I kept this news to be a bit of to create a positivity in the sentiments. So the daily new cases has put down to lowest since June. So this is a good news, and contribution of new cases around only 2% of the total. So it's a good news. And Kerala and Maharashtra are now accounting for 50% of active cases throughout the country. So this is a very promising sign. So moving to the next.